What's happening, people? What is going on? You guys, we are live. We're happening right now. Today we're going to be talking about semen retention and masculine frequency. What does that mean? That means your masculine frame that gets developed when you learn how to discipline your body, discipline your mind, get yourself focused, put in the work, and hold your seed in and not waste it on dumb shit. So we're gonna just dive in a little bit. Look, like I've been doing semen retention on and off for a while. What's up, Majid? Guys, if you're in this chat, just shout me out in the comments, in the chat. I've been doing semen retention on and off for the last 5 years of my life, and it is single-handedly the greatest life-changing thing I ever discovered, the most life-changing thing I ever discovered because I've always been like a freak of managing my own energy. And I honestly felt like I wasted a lot of it because I used to be such a people pleaser. I used to feel like I needed to make everyone happy all the time. I used to feel like I was just giving my energy out all the time. Also, I was working group fitness. I was working as a personal trainer. I was running a business when I started doing all this from the age of like 21 to 24. I was so like knee deep in a bunch of this shit. And I needed something to make my energy go up or just make it stable because it kept going to zero all the time. I needed something consistent. I needed a way of not wasting it. So then I discovered semen retention, and then here I am now talking to you guys 5 years later on a live about my experience, and here we are. So guys, if anyone has any questions, shoot them in the comments in the chat. Let's see what everyone is up to right now. Guys, by the way, I'm trying to raise money for an investment, okay? So if you guys love supporting this channel, you guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. I also just opened memberships. So if anyone wants to subscribe and support this channel monthly for a small little fee of $3 a month, that'll be very much appreciated. So let's just dive into it right now. Semen retention. Why the hell would you want to do semen retention? Everyone who's not doing semen retention thinks it's stupid, it's dumb, it's a waste of time, it gives you fucking prostate cancer, but that's not true, and they've never done it, so they don't know what it's about. Semen retention is just a way of holding your seed in. It's just a way of not ejaculating. It's just a way of not giving away your energy, just like how we just give away so many things in our lives and we waste them, and we don't hold on to it. We don't develop ourselves. We don't develop discipline. We don't develop methods for setting boundaries with people. We don't create ways of balancing our energy out with our diet, with exercise and all this stuff, because we live in a world that is just constantly distracting us. And what happens when you get distracted? What happens when you get distracted? You literally, you don't stay centered with yourself. Centered, like you feel structured, centered, stable. A lot of us don't feel like that a lot of the time. Our heads are just running around work, friends, family. I don't have enough money. I need this, I need that. And it's like everyone's always in a scarcity mode. But you shouldn't be in a scarcity mode because life is abundant. Life is just full of stuff that you have unlimited access to. The only person that caps that access is you. Do you have experience with OCD? No, I don't. I'm not OCD. But I don't really know what the question is, bro. Please, let's keep the question civil and proper. But anyway, the semen retention is basically a way of just like aligning yourself with one of the deepest profound urges that we have as men, which is the need for sexual pleasure, the need to ejaculate, the need to want to have everything in us just come everywhere. We just want to jizz all over the world. Okay, that's honestly the thing that gets us. And the reason why so many guys fall into that trap is because everyone's just sad. Like everyone's just not happy. So because everyone's not happy, everyone just wants these pleasures to make themselves feel good or to make them distracted from feeling like a piece of shit, from making them feel like they're not worth anything, or that their only worth is their economic output, which it sucks because that shouldn't be the case. You should feel like you're worth something just for being a human being. Like you are a special person, you are unique, you are worth something. There are people that love you, there are things that you are capable of doing, there is potential in you. Maybe you don't feel like you're anything now, but you have the potential to be something. You have the potential to do things. You have the potential to create. And so never feel like you're not worth anything right now, because that can all change. If you feel like you have no potential, now you've just capped yourself completely. Now you're just putting in your mind that like, yeah, I'm not worth anything and I'll never be worth anything, which is called learned helplessness. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm going to put this in. Learned helplessness. It's when you're literally like, yeah, I can't do anything because I don't have any money and I don't have anything and I'm just ugly and I'm fat and I'm this and that. It's like, look, bro, stop fucking whining. Like, you have everything you need. You have every single thing you need. And you realize doing this on semen retention because you think that you need to get like some crazy supplement to do all this shit, that you need to enhance your testosterone, optimize so that you get the right amount of peptides in your... No, you literally just need to meditate and focus on yourself and then believe that you're capable of doing all these things. Actually believe it. If you don't believe it, then yeah, you're not really gonna do much, bro. You're not gonna get these epiphanies, but you don't get these epiphanies from taking supplements and drugs. You don't get these epiphanies from working out. I mean, that's not true. Like, it leads to it, but you don't get it because you did those, like, took those things. You get it when you center yourself. You do when you do things in repetition. Repetition, when you don't want to do something and you think like, why is this? This is so dumb, I don't want to do it. And then you just do it anyway. And then at one point, while you're doing these repetitions over and over and over again, you realize that, oh shit, I actually made a huge difference in my life. Oh shit, I'm able to transform myself. Oh shit, I can actually do this with anything. You know, a year and a half ago, I moved from Malaysia to Spain. I'm currently living in Spain, and I'm half Spanish. So I couldn't speak Spanish my whole life. I was like, I couldn't speak Spanish at all. And when I moved here, I had basically been doing group fitness in Malaysia. I'd been a coach doing group fitness and running a business, all in English in Malaysia for 8 years. And then I moved to Spain. And then when I joined a studio here, they said, you can do it, but you have to do it in Spanish. And I couldn't speak Spanish. And I was really good at doing this job in English. But then they were like, you have to do it in Spanish. And you know what I did? I just said, you know what? I need to learn Spanish anyway. Let me just try and do this in Spanish. And so I did it for a year and a half. And now, for a year and a half, I just worked and made mistakes and tried again and learned and learned and learned on the spot. On the spot. Because when you're doing group fitness classes, for anyone who doesn't know group fitness, it's like super high energy, stressful, something goes wrong, someone gets injured, da, da, da. You don't know, you have to be very, very quick thinking and critically good at critical thinking in the moment. And every class is different. And I had to learn how to do that in Spanish. But you know what? After doing it for a year and a half in Spanish, I honestly think my classes are better in Spanish than they were in English. And now, because I've understood like, oh, if I'm gonna learn a language that I've never spoken before in my life, all I have to do is learn how to immerse myself in the language. All I have to do is learn how to immerse myself in this place where I will just learn the language. Sorry, one sec. My brother's calling me. And so I was they were calling me, when I was doing these classes, then I was like, oh, I don't think the quality is going to be very good. And I did it, and now it's better than I used to do it in English. And so what I'm trying to get at is like, if you work on something for a long enough period of time, you will get good at it. And then you'll have a massive epiphany because you just do repetition, 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 repetition. But if I think about the amount of times that I actually failed at speaking Spanish, in the last year and a half, in every class when I failed, when I said something wrong, when I looked probably like a fool to everyone who could speak Spanish in the class, like, I probably would not have wanted to go through that again, but I did go through it. And so now I feel like I want to go through it again because it's not actually that bad. It's the same thing when you do semen retention. When you do semen retention, you think that it's stupid because you've never done it before, and you couldn't honestly imagine having that much energy, having that much clarity, having that much articulation, mental focus. Because guys who haven't done it, they just don't know what that's like, because they are so used to anytime they get an urge, just like finish. Anytime I have an urge, a surge of energy, finish. Anytime I'm like building up all this energy that literally is your life force, just increasing in energy. You're literally just exuding energy for you. You become have you seen like Dragon Ball Z when they become Super Saiyan? They're like, "Ah!" And then he's like, "Ah!" Super Saiyan, boom. And he becomes, that's literally what you become the more you do semen retention. You literally become more like Goku and Vegeta. So people don't really know how to hold on to that energy. Like, they just don't know how to hold on. Does semen retention make you unconsciously more masculine? Yes, it does, because it makes you more focused. But look, like, guys, I'm gonna break down through, like, slowly over the live. I'm gonna break down for you guys what exactly the tenets or pillars of masculine energy actually are, so that it can become quite clear as to like what you can do through doing semen retention. What can you do to increase your masculine energy? Okay, because I feel like a lot of people are not very clear about what masculine energy is. And if you guys want, I'm just going to share with you guys right now a book about, if you guys ever want to learn about what masculine energy actually is, look up this book called Into Her Vortex. Wait, I'm just going to find it here. It's called Enter Her Vortex. Okay, new books. Give me 1 second. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Bop, boop, beep, bop. By the way, guys, introduce yourself. If you're new to here, welcome. We're talking about semen retention. We're talking about all things masculine. Okay, it's called Into Her Vortex. Guys, I can't share anything on this live, but it's basically called Into Her Vortex. I'm just going to copy paste the name of the author. Oh, shirt. Okay, it's called Enter Her Vortex by Jamal El-Malik. Jakal El-Malik. Jakal El-Malik. Guys, read this book. It's super good. It'll give you a very good understanding about what masculine energy actually is. Does semen retention help you become more masculine? Semen retention is definitely the best way for a man to witness spiritual awakening. Majid, love that. Alex, good question. Okay, I'm going to get to that. What are your thoughts on creatine? Creatine is good. I take it every day. You can't overdose on creatine, and it's a great thing to do. Honestly, creatine is great. I take creatine very often. It does increase your water weight a lot of the time, but out of all the supplements that you could probably take, creatine is probably the least like one with side effects. I don't even think there are any side effects with creatine. If you take too much, you just pee it out anyway. Although if you're not exercising and you take creatine, I've heard it can be quite bad for your kidneys. I'm not a doctor, so don't quote me on that. But, and I haven't been taking creatine like my entire life. I used to take pre-workouts back in the day, which were not good for me. Like, I should not have taken those. So stay away from pre-workouts. Creatine is fine though. Now, Alex, back to your question. I was going to talk to you guys in this live about masculine energy. So like, guys, what the hell is masculine energy? Masculine energy is, let me just open the book Into Her Vortex here. Okay, masculine energy. We've established that masculine energy is about order. Okay, it is the manifesting energy of life. Creation is meant to live within the bounds of masculine energy. Things like law, physics, math, economics, business, and politics are all very masculine functions of society. These things rely on rules to remain intact. These rules are energetic in nature, and the nature of rules is what masculine energy is all about. Discipline, order, dependability, functionality, solidity, foundationality, groundedness, and stability. Okay, let me just put that in. Let me just type that out. God. Discipline. Sorry, I need to type this out because I can't copy paste from this frickin' PDF. Discipline. Reliability. structure, order, groundedness, and stability. So these are these are the foundations of like what masculine energy actually is. Like, you know, they say like it's a man's world. It's because we live in a masculine world. We live in a physical world, okay? The things around us, like the things you can see, hear, feel, touch, like this is all masculine energy, the physical. What's feminine energy? Feminine energy is the unseen thing. Feminine energy is like love. Feminine energy is like inspiration, aspiration, desire, passion. Love is feminine, okay? Now, it doesn't mean that just men only have like masculine energy, like we're just robots and we just pillage and kill and take things, even though men have the capacity to do that. But what balances it out is when men have also a strong feminine energy within them, that they have the capacity to pillage, burn, destroy things, but they also have the capacity to build things, love things, care for things, nurture things, create things. And this is foundation, like fundamentally, like masculinity is structure, order, and all these things, but that can also be a very rigid form of masculinity. Like that can also be a very rigid way of calling, like that is masculine men. Like masculine men are just like strong, tough guys who you know, who have big beards and they have big muscles and they ride motorbikes and they shoot guns and stuff. But that is a very weird, inflated, sort of weird, toxic masculinity. Like there is such a thing as toxic masculinity, and it basically, from what I understand from toxic masculinity, it is just the masculinity without the femininity. Okay, it's like men who have never been with a woman before, and they've never learned how to be around women or get corrected by women or to respect women or to love women. Like those guys are the toxic masculine men of society. And toxic masculinity, it is real. Like it's not something like, oh, it's bullshit. It's like, no, it's real. There are men who, like, even other men would be like, wow, that guy has issues. That guy has like traumas that he needs to solve. That guy needs to make peace with women because he just keeps hating on women. And you see a lot of guys like that in the world. You see a lot of guys who are just, they're so frustrated with the world and so like pissed off with women. They throw all their problems on women, but then that's not a structured man, or at least emotionally structured. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So if the guy is just all over the place and he's all just like, oh my God, like I'm pissed off. I'm gonna throw all my problems onto someone else. Whereas like what the guy should be doing is absorbing the responsibility of his problems and saying, okay, I understand that I've been traumatized, that I haven't had the best upbringing, that I haven't had the best, sort of, yeah, upbringing basically. But I'm gonna work on myself to restructure myself so that I am not a problem to society, because men can be a problem. Men can be a big problem. Like there's one thing when a girl is like all over the place and someone needs to take care of her. But when a guy does that, it's like, I mean, okay, fine. Maybe a young guy who's in their 20s, like he can get away with it. Maybe someone in their 30s by their family, they can get away with it. But like when you're 40, bro, like no one's gonna come and feel pity for you if you're like on the street. Like no one feels pity for you. Like you would feel pitiful for like a 40-year-old woman. Any guy would. Like any guy would just feel pitiful for a woman if she was nice. But for most guys, like no one's gonna really, in society, no one's gonna look at a 40-year-old guy and be like, oh, we need to take care of him. We need to take care of the homeless guy on the street. They'll just be like, nah, bro, like you should fucking go get a job or some shit. Like work. Why don't you just work, bro? Like you have a body. Like why don't you just labor for something? And so what I'm trying to get at is like masculine energy is structure, it's order, and it's discipline. And so the things that make a man structured, orderly, and disciplined, reliable, grounded, and stable, these things have to be enhanced in his life. I would say like a great example, although like don't take it out of context, a great example is the military for this. Like it's discipline, you learn groundedness because you're with a platoon of your brothers, of like fellow people who you are suffering with, and in that you grow a bond with them. The difference is when there's a military, when there's a very high level of testosterone, structure, discipline, and order, but then there's no feminine energy, then that military platoon could be made to do evil things. And that's why feminine energy is necessary, because feminine energy would determine what is right and what's wrong. Like a powerful group of strong, structured, disciplined men can also be evil. They can also be very, very evil. And if they are evil, then let's say if they broke into a house full of women and children, they could just kill all of them because they would just overpower them completely. There is nothing more dangerous than a strong, structured, emotionally stable, physically capable man. Like that is the most dominant species on the planet. Maybe they wouldn't win a one-on-one fight with a gorilla, sure, but like they would capture the gorilla because they would know how to build the tools to capture the gorilla. They could capture a bunch of gorillas. Maybe like 5 of them could capture like 100 gorillas. And that means that they are smarter and they are more powerful. They are the most powerful species on planet Earth. And so this is basically what men have to look for in their lives. Like men have to learn how to be structured, how to be reliable, being reliable, like finding order in the chaos of life. And so I've said in a video before that a masculine man has to, like masculine energy is being able to settle people's nervous systems. I'm going to type this out. Settle people's nervous systems. Okay, what does that mean? It means that like you can literally go to any person, okay, as a man, you can go to any person and calm them down. Like how some people are so cerebral and they're always like, fuck, I don't have any money, fuck, I don't have this, oh my God, I'm not this, I'm not good looking enough, I'm not enough, I'm not enough. And you're just like, hey, bro, it's fine. Let's work on this together. Don't worry, we'll take it baby steps, and you just give them some positive affirmations. You give them some good vibes. You comfort them. It doesn't have to be like physical comforting with a man or a woman, but it's just like you can give them words of affirmation. You can speak to them in a calm tone. It's okay, bro. Don't worry, we're gonna be fine. And the next level for something like that in terms of comforting would be giving them spiritual redemption. So if you're someone who's like, let's say you meet a bunch of group of people and they're like, oh my God, like if we don't do things proper, like we're gonna go to hell, this and that, and we're all stressed. And the guy's like, okay, we're gonna do this. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a better world. We're gonna create better things. We're gonna be better people. We're gonna do good deeds and we're gonna do good work. Okay? If men have more leaders like if communities had more male leaders like this, the world would be a much better place. Like it would be a much better place because it would calm people down. Don't you guys notice how like there's so much shit on the news now that's just like stressing you out all the time? There's like a war going on right now in Iran. There's been the Gaza thing that's been happening this whole time. Inflation has been going crazy. Oil prices are going up. Everything's getting more expensive. And then there's the Epstein files, all the shit. Like there's so much crap that's being infiltrated into your mind right now. And it's making you just think like, oh my God, the world is so effed. But what do you think that's doing to your nervous system? Like you might not think, yeah, like it's like, oh yeah, sure, like I'm fine. Like I'm totally fine because I don't feel like it's affecting me, but it is. Like when you wake up first thing in the morning and you're literally in a state of like, what's happening? And the first thing you read is like, oh my God, the US has bombed Iran. Or like, oh my God, there's a war, World War III is about to happen. Like, oh shit, like all the oil prices are going up. All the prices are going up and you're not getting paid more. Like you might just think like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. But actually that does play into your mind a little bit about how that day is gonna go. And when that happens, then you might not think that it's affecting you, but it is. And so it's unsettling your nervous system. It's unsettling it. Okay? And that's why it's so necessary for there to be strong, powerful men in every community that lead with structure and order and actually give people the capacity to be or feel strong. Because look, and if men can do this, like if men just opened up their capacity to love, to give, to share, to structure, to build, to create for people in different communities, like they alleviate so much stress that a lot of these people have in their lives. They just by saying nice things to people already makes such a big difference. And I know this because I've been working as a coach basically for the last, I mean, pretty much my entire life. Like since I was 18 and I'm 31, so like well, 13 years, I've been working as a coach. Actually, no, I started when I was 17 as a coach. That was the first year. I was like 17 and a half. And the amount of people that I've met that honestly, they've asked me for coaching services, and a lot of the time, whether it's executive coaching or whether it's personal training or group fitness, a lot of the time, these people just need a little bit of affirmation. They just need a little bit of like motivation in their lives, and they just need someone to tell them that like you can do it, like it's possible, you know, like just keep going, but not in just like a way like, oh my God, yeah, you can totally do it. Yeah, like in a super like, I don't know, just surface level way. Like if you say it like really profoundly to someone, like, come on, bro, like you really can do it. Like if you just do this for a little bit, like you will change your life. Just that tiny little push. Like sometimes you can actually change people's lives. And I'm not like, for me personally, like the biggest impact I've ever had on people's lives was when I wasn't even coaching them. Like was when I wasn't even working with them like every week or every month. It was the people that I would just go to and explain to them something, or have a one simple little powerful conversation with them. And then suddenly, like I see them like 3 months later, and we're like, wow, the conversation we had really opened my mind, and I changed my life completely. Now I'm going traveling, I quit my job, blah blah blah, and it's like, you never really know who you're going to help or who you're going to affect. So you might as well just start structuring your life so that you can have the biggest impact you could possibly have on people in your life. Why not? Why not? And that does involve, like, if you want the things you're saying to have gravity, you want to be someone who's disciplined. You want to be someone who's reliable, someone who's structured, someone who's grounded, stable, and someone who genuinely cares. Okay, so that you can settle their nervous systems. Just remember that, guys. Like, always remember this. Like, if you honestly wonder what masculine energy is, think about a father consoling his little daughter. His little daughter is crying that the world is going to end and everything's going crazy and people are mean to her, and the father is going and saying like, no way, it's fine, it's okay. But he's doing it in a way, not just with words, he's doing it in a way saying and showing through his entire aura and being that it's going to be okay, that it's going to be okay. You know why it's going to be okay? Because you have me, because you have your father, because you have a man with you, and because you have me with you, you're gonna win. You're gonna have this capacity to win, and then you want to create that for your son, that same capacity to do that and say that, and have things that you say like carry meaning and carry gravity in the things you're saying. I was really lucky that I had a father who is a very, very powerful speaker, very, very good at transmitting this to all of his kids. And I feel like the one thing I took from him was his ability to just settle people down. And he would always tell me, like, men never shout. Like, a real man never shouts. You only shout if you absolutely have to. Unless you absolutely have to. But a real man doesn't shout. And I was always thinking, like, what the fuck, what does that mean? Like, I see so many men, they're shouting all the time. And some tough guys, they're really loud. But then now, as I've gotten older, now that I'm 30, I realize that actually it's always the loudest people that are the weakest, actually. There's that saying that empty vessels make the loudest noises. And it's true. It's like when you see guys who are really loud and they're really like peacocky and they're always trying to show or demonstrate how good looking they are, how cool they are, or how like amazing they are, it's like usually they're the ones who feel the least about themselves. They're the ones who feel like they have to display those things. Whereas guys who are just like super chill about themselves and like comfortable because they know they're the shit, they know they're fucking cool, they're just like, I don't even need to compare myself to anyone because it's fine. It doesn't even matter to me. And therefore, those are always the guys that have the most aura. They are always the guys that are the coolest. They're the guys that you just want to hang around with all the time because they just don't give a shit. They're just like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. But always those guys who are super loud, they crave attention. They are craving people's eyeballs to be like, who the hell is that? And they think that when people look at them, the people are like, oh my God, who are those people? Who are those guys? Who are those cool dudes? But actually people now are just like, shut up, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're just trying to get attention. And you always know when a guy is trying to get attention. You always know when a guy is trying to blow his own trumpet. So learn how to settle people's nervous systems. And for me personally, like, I felt when I did semen retention, I noticed that my capacity to absorb people's energy increased so much. Like, honest, like so much. Why? Because I was able to put aside my sexual urges. My sexual urges meaning that before, when I was a younger man, when I was a younger man, I used to always, anytime I would meet a girl, I would always think, how can I make her like me? Like, not just like me, like, how can I make her interested in me? How can I make her think that she might want to go on a date with me, that she might want to give me her number, that she might want to have sex with me? And I was always thinking that, like, oh my God, like, this is such a fun, exciting chase that I can go on with this girl. And let me just figure out how I can make her like me. But actually, what do you think I was trying to do when I was trying to make every girl like me? Do you think it's because I liked myself? Do you think it's because I loved, like, I was so confident and so happy with myself? It's like, no, I was just chasing validation. I was chasing after validation through making them like me. And I realized this now later because when I did semen retention and I put that aside and I would catch myself like trying to do that same thing that I always do with girls, I was like, wow, what was I really trying to do here? Because look, right now I'm face to face with a girl and I know that even if because I'm on semen retention, even if she does like me and even if something might happen, I can't do anything with her because I'm doing semen retention. So let me just bypass all that nonsense and let me just focus on talking to her as a person. And let me just use this built up energy that I have, because I have a lot of energy that I have from semen retention. Let me just learn how to absorb her. Let me just learn how to listen to her. Let me just learn how to focus and zone in on her. And then when you listen to women, you actually understand so much more about them. I would ask, like, the girl I was speaking to, questions like, you know, like, where are you in your cycle? Like, a cycle, like women basically go through like 2 weeks of like menstruation and then 2 weeks of ovulation. 2 weeks menstruation, 2 weeks ovulation. And it's like, that's like, if you want to understand a woman, literally just ask her where she is in her cycle. If she's just about to ovulate, if she's just about to menstruate, like, it tells so much about a woman. People think it's like, oh, she's on a period. Like, that's the only thing I'm going to keep track of. Like, no, understand when she's ovulating. Understand when she's just about, like, when she's finished ovulating, what happens to her. If you meet a woman just after she menstruates and just after she ovulates, like, you're meeting two completely different women. But how would you know this if you haven't actually like listened to women and actually heard women speak and actually absorbed what they're saying? Well, I basically hadn't done any of that when I was like 25, which is the first time I did semen retention. And then when I did it, I realized like I would even have conversations with my closest friends that I had known for years, and I still wasn't even listening to them when they talked. Because I was always placing this like sexual urge at the forefront. And sexual urge doesn't just mean like, okay, all my female friends, I wanted to have sex with them. It just meant that like, if I wasn't gonna have sex with them, I wasn't even gonna listen, like, I wasn't even gonna consider listening. I was just gonna be like, yeah, whatever, like, I'm just gonna go do something else. Like, I don't have to listen to you. Or like, it just wasn't important because if this isn't gonna work out into me getting laid or, you know, like trying to sleep with me, then it doesn't really, like, I don't really give a shit. But then how superficial is that if I'm not gonna get sex from this interaction, then I'm not even gonna talk or listen to this person. Like, what kind of man? Do you think this is a man who settles people's nervous systems? Definitely not. Do you think this is the energy of a father with a daughter? Like, not necessarily that he wants to have sex with his daughter, but like that he's literally about to just like not listen to her unless she's gonna give him value. Like, in terms of, let's say, oh, if you're not gonna produce anything for the family, like, I'm not even gonna listen to you, daughter. It's like, no, he'll love her unconditionally. He'll listen to her unconditionally. And this is the capacity men have to absorb women. This is the capacity men have to structure and make women feel safe. If men don't capitalize on that or get in tune with that, then you actually just get a lot of incel guys who literally just have this weird inflated view of what masculine energy is. Like there's that documentary that came out about the manosphere, and which is a really I mean, I don't think it's a really good documentary. Not because it's not true. Like I do think there are some elements. I think it's very well edited so that it makes those guys seem like they're just really dumb influencers. But I think at the same time there's so much there's a much deeper layer to all this stuff that they just no one talked anything about, which I just found it really sad because it doesn't really address a lot of the reasons why guys even go and follow those influencers online, because there's a reason why those guys have like millions of followers. Like, what is the problem with society that those guys, these very giga Chad, false masculine men, are even. Why? What's up?
You're recording.
Why? No, it's fine. It's fine. Do you need anything? So I'm just my housemate. Do you need anything?
Yeah, I did. Thanks.
What was it?
Some bread and tomato.
I have 2 tomatoes if you need.
No, I already ate.
Oh, okay. Okay. So basically, like, there's a reason why these guys even get followed, because they have this pull on society, and they really talk to guys. They speak to these like guys who never speak to women, who honestly have had like pretty bad interactions with women. All they see online are these like OnlyFans influencers and just like girls in like bikinis trying to like, look good on social media and make money on social media. But it's like, that's not what women are. Like, that's not what all women are. If you believe that that's just like all female psyches, like all of the female mindset is just that, like, look good on social media, get a rich guy, da da da. It's like, that's just because you're looking through life through a lens, and it's a very small lens. Like, there are so many different people in the world. There are people who don't even speak the same language as you. I mean, girls who don't speak the same language as you, who you couldn't even understand if you wanted to, have a completely different mindset, who have different values, who look at the world completely differently. And they see a lot of girls like that online, and they just think that's also really dumb. But if you're just constantly just labeling like women are dumb or women are this or women, it's like you're not actually listening to them. Like, why do you think girls like that even want to do OnlyFans? Well, one, because it does make them a lot of money. Like, OnlyFans models make a lot of money. But why do you think that they want to do that? Because for me personally, this is why I think it's because the weak, toxic men of the world, these powerful, weak, toxic men who are like all pedophiles and shit, have created a world where the only value that you have as a man or a woman is your economic output. So if your value and therefore your morality is centered around economic output, the person that wins is the person that does whatever it takes. I mean, that's the truth, like, of capitalism. That's why capitalism is kind of effed up, because what's messed up is if your only value is economic output, then morals go out the window. Like, why wouldn't an OnlyFans model suck a guy's dick for like 500 grand? If the guy's like a billionaire, he's like, yeah, sure, just I'll give you $500,000. It's like, why wouldn't she take that? It's like, sure, I just gotta suck some dick, like, whatever. But it's like, if that was your daughter and you had to explain to her like, hey, like respect yourself. Yeah, you're gonna get $500,000, but like you're also gonna have to live the fact that some guy paid you to do that forever. Like, your honor is destroyed. Like, as your father, I would recommend against that. And so instead of trying to fix women, like, men are just like, yeah, women are the problem, women are this. It's like, why don't you start by changing your freaking self? Do something that gets you structured, gets you into a state of like actual capacity to say these things, actual capacity to say like, hey, wait a minute, guys, we need to work on ourselves to make sure that our women don't have to go and do that stupid shit in society. Let's create a better world. Like, how can we create a better world? Well, first of all, we can change this ridiculous mindset of that the only value we have is economic output, because that is a ridiculous metric to calculate the value of a human being. Just put like, yeah, just economic output, how much money you make, what can you produce, who are you, what's your status, how many clubs can you get me into, how many restaurants can you pay the bill at for me. It's like, is that it? Is that what we've been reduced to? And I do think a lot of this, like, look, I'm a Muslim guy, so I do definitely see like there's the reason I think why a lot of this system, the matrix, like sort of ejects religion is because religion actually gives people morality that's above money. It gives people a much higher morality than just economic output. Okay, if you trust in God, then it like all this money, like instead of you worshiping money, instead of you worshiping like US dollars and euros, you actually worship something higher. And so you know that your good deeds and your good actions, they matter, and your bad deeds and your bad actions, they matter. So do good deeds and avoid bad deeds. Do good for people and avoid doing bad on them. Do you know what I mean? And that's if the matrix ends up ejecting religion, then they can place their own religion, which is worshipping money. And why do they want you to worship money? Is because they control all the money. They control everything. So you guys see how like money plays such a massive role in like influencing things in your life. Letting go of like these things that are influencing you, like money, is so important. You don't have to be a slave of money your whole life. You don't have to be a slave of things that you need, or like feel like that, oh my God, I need to be rich, I need to be this, I need to be better looking. Why? You have to ask yourself, like, why do you want to be all those things? Why do you want to be rich? Why do you want to be hot? Why do you want to be this? Is it because you want to have sex with more women? And if you think that, okay, then why do you want to have sex with so many women? Like, why do you want to have sex with so many women? Is it because you don't feel like you're enough, or you need validation, or you need, I don't know, a way to feel powerful or strong? And so you ask yourself, like, I want to have sex with women because why? Because you want to feel powerful, strong, validated. Why do you want to feel powerful, strong, validated? Oh, because I don't feel good about myself. But why? Like, you have to go deeper. Like, ask yourself these questions. Like, why do you feel that? Why do you feel like you need these things in your life? Why do you need it? Why do you need to have sex all the time? You don't. And it becomes very clear when you do semen retention. Very, very clear, because you're like, even though I want to have sex, you will still have urges. You're just like, I can't do this right now because it's not happening. If you guys want to learn more about this, come and join my school channel, okay? It's in the link pinned here, okay? Just check it out. Guys, come and join my school channel. It's a male-focused school channel, and it's got a bunch of cool shit in there for men that teaches you how to meditate, teaches you how to do a dopamine detox, and I just chat to everyone every single day in there. So if you want, come and check it out. But you have to think about this, guys. Like, get over this need for validation. You don't need to, you validate you. Remember this. I'm going to type this out. You validate you. Okay? Remember this. You don't need external validation. You don't need external validation. Okay? Just remember that. There is no reason why you need to go chasing after girls, or need to have sex, or waste your seed, or try and fuck everything that moves. Like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. It's not cool. I mean, yeah, maybe you'll think it's cool. It's like to your friends, like, yeah, I got laid last night. But it's just like, so? Who gives a shit? Why don't you try raising a family? Why don't you try disciplining yourself? Why don't you try like exercising every day for an entire year? Okay? Why don't you try doing something hard? Why don't you try building a business? Okay, that's more impressive than just like, oh, let me just put my dick in someone. You can literally, I mean, as a guy, you can honestly, like, depending on how high, low your standards are, like, you can honestly have sex every day if you want. There is like literally zero resistance to getting laid. I promise you. Like, you can have sex. It just depends. Like, what kind of girl do you want to have sex with? Do you want to have sex with a stripper, prostitute? Do you want to have sex with your insecure friend who might have sex with you because she hasn't had sex at all in her life, and you could just make her like you if you're nice to her? If it depends on how low you want to go. Oh, I have some morals. It's like, look, bro, like, fix yourself, work on yourself first, and think about all that pleasuring later. Okay, or don't even think about it. Like, it'll come. Trust me, guys, when you do semen retention, all this becomes very clear. It becomes so clear because you think that it's like, oh, like, I'm never gonna find love. Oh, I'm never gonna find a girl. Oh my God, it's just never gonna, for me, like, no way. Like, you get these things when you're not chasing after them. You get the best things when you are not worshiping them. Okay? Do you guys understand the concept of like you worship what you fear? Okay? There's a Sufi poet called Rumi. You guys probably have heard of him or not, but there's a Sufi poet called Rumi. Okay? And he basically said this quote: "You worship what you fear, what you love and fear." Okay, what does that mean? It means that whatever you atheist or says like, I'm an atheist, I like there's no such thing as God. It's like that's fine. It just means that the thing that you think God is, you don't worship that. Okay? But you worship another type of God. You can't not worship anything because it is built into the human heart, the heart, to literally attach to things. So whether that's karma, whether that's I don't know, Jesus, whether that's Allah, like everyone who processes these things is going to start to attach to those things. They're going to start saying like, okay, I'm worshiping, I'm worshiping this today. Okay, I'm trying to make sense of the world, and by making sense of the world, I am worshiping something. Okay, and you're worshiping a perception you have of whatever it is that you're worshiping. Okay, it's like you have to understand that you are just worshiping at that point yourself. So whatever you love and whatever you fear, that is the thing that you are worshiping. So if you are worshiping women, okay, naturally, you have become a slave of women. All right? There is no like, God is, whatever you're worshiping, that thing that you're worshiping is going to place you below them. Okay? If I start worshiping, let's say, if anyone in this on the live right now, if I literally came up to you right now and I literally was like, wow, you're so amazing. Wow, you're so amazing. Wow, you're so amazing. Oh my God, I love you. Like, okay, fine. Maybe that would be funny for like 5 minutes. But if I'm like, no, I need to be around you all the time. No, oh my God, like you make me feel alive. You make me, like, you would literally kill me probably. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But what you would first start doing is you would start putting yourself above me. You would look down on me as I'm worshiping you. And I'm worshiping, because we only worship up, is what I'm saying. So the thing that you're worshiping looks down on you. So if you worship women, basically, that woman is going to look down on you. And I think anyone who's listening who is a woman can probably attest to this and probably just say like, actually, that pretty much is what happens. Like when a guy is nice to a girl when he first meets her, he's like this, and he's sweet to her and this and that. And as soon as he gets his dick wet, all that desire goes out the window. And suddenly he starts showing you like, oh, actually, like he was just trying to get laid. Actually, he was just trying to get his dick wet. Oh, he's not that nice anymore. He's not as nice as he was just now. So like, women just end up losing interest because they realize that the guy was just worshiping himself, because what he was trying to do was validate himself with her by getting his dick wet with her. And women, look, women are freaking smart. Like, women can pick up on this shit in 5 seconds. Like, women always know when you're hitting on them. They always know how you're making them feel. They always know how you are not in tune with yourself, or if you don't have the right direction if you're not cocksure when you're going in your life, like women literally smell this shit out. It's like in their design to do this. It is in their design to do this because women are full of feminine energy. What is feminine energy? I mean, the women in here who's listening, like, don't get offended by this, but female energy is chaotic. It's like passion, love, flair. It's the things that make everyone like angry, like that's feminine energy. But it's also nurturing, love, and care. But like a female's life is not just like how a man's life is. Like we wake up, we have energy. We go later in the day, we have less energy. We wake up, we have more energy. We go to sleep. We wake up, we go to sleep. It's like a woman's life is literally like everything is happening in her, like in her life at like 100 miles an hour. She's thinking about this and then this and then this. She has to think about her career. Then she wants to have kids. Then it's like this and that. And then she needs to manage her emotions, but then she has to also be a nice woman because if she's too mean, then everyone's going to think she's a bitch. And if she's a bitch, she's not going to get the opportunities she wants. But then she wants to have kids, but then she wants to focus on her career. And then she's getting a period tomorrow. It's like a woman's life is that. It's all of those things. I'm not a woman, but like I've spent enough time around women to understand that, like, or just to empathize with them that like that is a woman's life. Women's lives are not just like how males' lives are. And so when men understand this, yeah, like you can think like, oh yeah, women, you see, they're just inferior species because they have all this shit. It's like, if you know that, let's say your friend is going to need help, why not try and help them? Like, why not become big enough to try and help them? Or just at least understand like how they are living their lives. Just understand that sometimes they just need someone to support them. Sometimes they just need someone to help them. Sometimes they just need someone to comfort them. Sometimes when you say things to women, like, women are very sensitive. Like sometimes when you say things to women, like, hey, you're a bitch, just even like they don't even know you on the street, like they'll just feel like crying because it's like, fuck, that, like they're really emotional. They'll take it really, really like in a way that like guys don't take it like that. If you call a guy a bitch, he'll either just be like, okay, or he'll be like, I'll kill you, like fuck you. But women, they'll be like, oh my god, like why would they say that? Like, am I a bitch? Like, not all women are like that, but females are much more emotional. They're much more like deeper, and that is the reason why they are designed to balance men out. Like if a man is like, yeah, I'm structured, yeah, I'm disciplined, yeah, I'm reliable, yeah, I'm grounded, a woman will literally come into his life and say like, is he disciplined? Is he grounded? Is he all these things? Okay, I'm gonna test him. I'm gonna test him. Which a guy would think is like, yeah, that's a bit toxic to test me. Why the fuck do I need tests? But it's like, look, bro, like you're getting tested every fucking day of your life. You're getting tested with all this bullshit. And if you're not disciplined and on top of your shit, you fail those tests. If you say to yourself, I want to be rich, okay, well, okay, life's gonna give you a test. Like, here's an opportunity. Now do something about it. You're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna like, it's not ready yet. I'm just not ready. Okay, so you're not fucking ready then. So don't say that you'll wanna do this thing and then when the opportunity comes, you're just like, no, I don't wanna do it. I wanna get married now. Okay, well, fuck, here's a woman. Now be a good fucking man and take care of her. It's not that easy. It's like guys get these things thrown at them. They don't realize they're going through tests all the time. And it's not about being in the perfect state to manage these tests. It's about when push comes to shove, what do you do? Even if it's messy, even if it's hard, you just keep going and you push and you push and you push. That is the test of a man. The real test of a man is how orderly, how structured he can remain, even under severe pressure. Because or else, like, what else defines a man? Than these things. Like, yeah, you can be orderly and structured and stable when everything's going fine, when it's summer and you don't have to think about a thing and blah blah blah. But actually, um, when when we do these things, when we actually have to go through the shit, when we're not feeling structured or anything, then that's the moment where we learn the most about ourselves. That's the moment where we create the most sort of things for ourselves in our lives, and we create the most conviction towards the fact that like we can say like I am who I say I am. Will Willis Productions, does semen retention boost testosterone past the 7-day mark? Yeah, bro. I mean, there haven't been any studies that prove it, but try it and you'll see. Like, it's semen retention is a pretty sick thing to do. Like, you're gonna notice your energy jumps a lot. Yeah, thanks, Jack. Only slightly, you will definitely notice a difference. Yeah, you definitely will notice a difference. But look, guys, when you're all doing, guys, anyone who's listening to this who is doing semen retention, by the way, Natalie, I wish guys actually understood how different it feels to work out, communicate, live in one of your. Yeah, exactly. I mean, guys just need to listen more. If guys just listen more to women, honestly, you would actually get more laid. You honestly would get more laid. But if you do it to get more laid, then it's sort of defeating the point. So like, even if like when you're doing semen retention, you're literally gonna. I mean, you are going to have women literally just checking you out, just like, damn, that guy has bare aura. That guy has so much aura. I like that energy. But then when they do start liking you and they do start giving you a bit of attention, you literally have to just continue to say like, no, like, yeah, I can give you attention. You can make women feel desired without having sex with them. You can make them feel like, wow, you're beautiful. You deserve the best. If they are obviously good women, but like most women are really nice. Like they're very sweet creatures. But you don't have to do anything with them. Make them feel desired. Make them feel amazing. But yeah, oh, you want to have sex? Oh, sorry, I'm not really. Unless this is gonna be something deeper, like it's fine. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Or unless you're gonna have an actual meaningful connection with her, then do it. But if not, then just chill out. You know, like you don't need to rush because you're not in a scarcity mode of women. You're not in a scarcity mode. This is what you discover when you're doing semen retention. Guys, look, when you do semen retention, there are a few things that you actually have to do when doing semen retention. One of them is you have to learn how to do breath work. Because look, when you do semen retention, guys, semen retention basically is like building up energy in your body. Okay? You draw energy from your semen, from your life force, which energizes your entire body. But you have to also understand that, okay, I like basically in Taoism, there's this thing called chi energy that goes throughout the body. Okay, chi energy is like, have you ever seen like Tai Chi when they're moving like, whoa, they're basically moving the chi energy through their body by focusing and moving it around and doing deep breathing while doing this practice. And so if you just do semen retention and then you just keep your sedentary lifestyle, you're in front of a computer all the time, you're not exercising, you're eating a shit diet, you're drinking coffee every day, you're not drinking enough mineral water, then you're going to keep that energy very concentrated in your pelvic area. And that's going to build up a lot of tension. What you want to have is you want to have energy flowing through your body. Chi energy is moving everywhere. So you have to be exercising. You have to be eating like different types of foods that cycle the energy throughout the body. You have to be eating an anti-inflammatory diet so that oxygen can travel through your body effectively, efficiently. You have to be drinking enough water so that you're peeing out the toxins and so that you're also defecating, you're also taking shits regularly. If you're not doing these things, guys, semen retention may or probably won't do that much for you because you have to do these extra things. Like you have to do breath work. That means taking in oxygen, doing breaths like inhale, exhale, at least 6 seconds in, 6 seconds exhale. Do that for at least a minute, 4 times a day, at least once, preferably first thing in the morning. I would recommend doing it first thing in the morning. How do you prevent wet dreams? And is it a relapse, do you think? Julian, I honestly, look, for me personally, like, I'm not someone who's like, oh, you have to hold your semen in forever. Like, for me, one of the main reasons why people should do semen retention is so that they don't waste their seed just jacking off to stupid porn and just stupid shit. But like if you have a wet dream, like you can't really help it. Like your wet dream is nature's way of saying like, there you go, boom. What I would say is what you could try, although I don't really know if it might help, but in theory, for me personally, in theory in my head, it would help. Do Kegel exercises. And guys, if you want to learn Kegel, I literally made an entire course, free course in my school community about how to do Kegel. So if you want to go there, come. Wait, let me just post the link again. Okay, right. Okay, guys, go to my school community. I just posted it up here. It's free to join. Guys, some courses in there are paid, but there's a lot of free stuff. There's a whole library in there that I promise you is gold. It is gold. I like put like tons and tons and tons of books in there that's all about like masculinity stuff, like guys, shit that guys would love. Productivity, masculinity, books about health, books about stretching, and also a course about sexual performance, which contains Kegel exercises. Okay, so if you want, go in there. Basically, I think, Julian, you could try doing Kegel exercise when you work the inner pelvic muscles, which basically control the spasm of your orgasm. Try that. That should help, because I think when you do have a wet dream, it does spasm those muscles, but if you have them conditioned through doing these exercises, I think it will prevent that spasm from just being out of your control. Okay? But the things that you guys have to do, I'm just going to type these in when you do semen retention are, okay? Wait, let me just type it in. Things you have to do while doing semen retention. Breath work daily. Anti-inflammatory diet. Exercise daily. Strength training and cardio. You guys have to do these things. Guys, in the school community, I also have another course that is a 100-day semen retention course. That also, if anyone has never done semen retention before, I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's got a lot of value in there. It's got a lot of good shit in there. Come and check it out. I do think that it's a very, very, very good course. And I want you guys to understand that, like, if you do semen retention and you don't do these things, like you don't learn how to meditate and cycle the chi energy throughout your body, your energy is just going to get stuck. Because think about like, look, your life, right, is like, it's just full of you sitting around, waiting for shit to happen, you spending time on your phone, you just like we're just waiting around a lot of the time. We're just consuming content, and it's like we're not doing anything. We're not improving our lives a lot of the time. We're not doing stuff for ourselves, okay? We're not doing anything for ourselves. We're literally just like consuming shit. That's it. We're just consuming tons of shit. And when we're consuming just tons and tons of shit, we're not actually doing anything for our lives. We're not cycling the energy throughout our body. Whereas we need to be better at cycling energy throughout the body. Oxygen is energy. Oxygen allows the passage of chi throughout the body much more effectively. So make sure you are taking in loads and loads of oxygen. In order to circulate that oxygen, you also have to be eating an anti-inflammatory diet. An anti-inflammatory diet means you have to eat foods that bring the inflammation down. Things like coffee, things like carbs, they bring your inflammation up. So things like carrot juice, that brings your inflammation down. If you take things like yerba mate, that's a really good coffee replacement. It's a South American tea that has just as much caffeine as coffee. Try it, it's really good. It gives you the same caffeine kick. If anyone here does cardio and you take yerba mate before, it is very, very good. It's very, very good. If you take things like If you drink mineral water, guys, from now on, like no one drink tap water. Never ever drink tap water. If anyone drinks tap water, like you shouldn't be doing that. What's your longest streak and what would you say the main difference, what you felt? Okay, bro, my longest streak was about 120 days. There are some guys who have done it for like months. But for me personally, look, like guys, I've been a fitness trainer my entire life. Like since I was 17, I'm 30 years old now. I know I don't look 30. I look like I'm like 22 because I'm Asian and I have Asian skin. But basically, I've been a fitness trainer my entire life. That means I've been exercising, I've been eating well, I've been training all my life. I've had a very awesome social life. I've met loads and loads of people. I've had a very good, fun, fulfilling life. Like it's never been like there's so many things that I've been very happy and very proud of doing in my life, as well as been able to stay healthy and energetic. And so I have a very unique lifestyle because I have all these things. Like some people might have like a lot of money and then they might have a lot of status, but then they have shit social lives. They don't have any real friends. Or some people may have a good social life and they might have like a lot of friends, but then they have no money and then they have like no fulfillment in doing anything in their lives. I was lucky to have like all of these things. I was really lucky, but it's not lucky, like I worked a lot for what I've done. But I've basically been fit my whole life. And so what's unique to my lifestyle is that I've remained healthy and then I'm really tried to stay in the best shape of my life. So for me, the time you spend doing semen retention only is really equivalent, like the quality is only really equivalent as to what you are doing or the habits that you have or are currently practicing. So even if you spend, for me, if you spend 2 years doing semen retention, but you're an alcoholic and you're getting drunk all the time and you're a piece of shit and you're unhealthy, like you're probably, like it's probably not gonna make a big difference for you, to be honest. Maybe you might say there's like, oh, there's some magical, mystical, spiritual thing that could happen behind closed doors, but that's very hard to say and very hard to convince someone like me. Because I've also been a coach, so I've heard pretty much every single thing as to like why this would be a bullshit thing to do. But having done it myself, having done this myself, like it only depends if you are going to exercise daily, if you're going to do the breath work daily, if you are going to do all these things daily. For me personally, like 120 days, I didn't really feel that much after like day 70. Like it was just about spending enough time in that state. But I definitely did notice, like if I, let's say, went like 50 days and then broke it, like when I broke it, I would literally go back to being like, wow, I need to like just regenerate my energy a little bit. And so when I'm at 50 days, I'm like, why am I gonna break this? Like, for what am I gonna break this? Am I gonna break this for a girl just because I'm having sex with a girl and I think, oh, it'd be so nice to just ejaculate? It's like, why don't I just continue because I'm already like doing this and I feel great and I'm getting something better than just this immediate orgasm from this girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally just chucking away this energy, this strong, powerful energy that's driving me just for this immediate pleasure. And so I just have to do a cost value, a cost opportunity evaluation right then and there and see what am I gaining from this and what am I losing. And almost every time, if you actually do this for 50 days, you will actually see like, oh shit, I'm actually getting so many benefits from this. I have a higher energy and I have clearer thoughts. I'm more articulate when I speak. Eternal. Isn't there diminishing returns? Yeah, I mean, guys, I honestly feel like it's not about the quantity of it, it's about the quality time. And also, guys, I don't want anyone to think here that I'm demonizing ejaculation. Like, ejaculation is fucking amazing. It's a great thing and it's healthy. Please don't demonize like, oh my God, no, I ejaculated or I had a wet dream. It's evil. It's not evil. It's a beautiful thing. And there's a reason why it feels nice, because you inseminate a woman and you literally create a freaking baby with your semen. Okay? I do think that, like, I wouldn't listen to many doctors about semen retention that don't have a sort of alternative background, because look, I know so many doctors that literally just have such a big pharma view of the world, and they give their kids like fucking antibiotics every time they get sick and stuff. And I was raised on like homeopathic remedies. My mother raised us on like tissue salts, homeopathic remedies, coral calcium, all like the healthiest shit. I had my first cramp, like my first cramp spasm in my muscle when I was 21. When I was 21, like I was like, oh, I didn't even know what a cramp was because I was so healthy. And I've always been like, I think it was just natural that I would arrive at something like this, because to me, semen retention is the most natural thing. And I'm totally about natural stuff. I will never ever say to someone like, yeah, hold your semen in forever, like never ejaculate. Like, no, at some point I'm gonna get married. At some point I'm gonna wanna have kids. I'm gonna jizz into my wife and I'm gonna make a baby. That is what's gonna happen. And in that moment, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, no, ejaculation is evil. No, it's just like, it's part of life. Just don't waste it, is what I'm saying. So gold eternal, yes, you're right. Like, it's not balanced to just hold it in forever, but don't waste it on something like, and even if you can't, like, even if you're like, oh, I've held it in for 100 days and I still don't have a woman, it's like, well, then work more. Well, then go and work more, bro. Go and do more. And if you're like, oh, there's no woman, go traveling. Why do you need, why are you still here? Go around the world. Go to Australia. Go to Southeast Asia. Why don't you go leave the place where you live and go travel? Use that energy. It's not just like hold it in and like, let me just wait for something to happen. No, fucking move your life. Move. The whole goal of this is to move. The whole goal is to change. I do think partly the reason why I left Malaysia is because I was literally on the semen retention journey, and it gave me this urge. They were like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of Malaysia. Stop being here. Stop being the same guy you've always been. Stop. Leave. And I just left. I left everything. Guys, I had a pickup truck. I had an apartment. I had a fucking good job. I was making, honestly, like just before I left, I had a small little social media agency. And just before I left, one of my friends who worked at like this massive magazine, she had a friend who just became a politician in Malaysia. And she needed someone, and I knew her, she needed someone to manage this guy's social media. And who did she ask? Me. And she was like, I'll pay you 10 grand a month. 10 grand USD. USD, baby. USD. I mean, I had to demonstrate a few things to her, and she said this to me just as I'd already planned to leave. She said this to me, she's like, I'll give it to you if you give it a good proposal. And I was like, oh shit, that's a really good deal. But I still left because I know that, I mean, like, even if I was going to make that amount of money, I still wasn't going to be happy because I wanted to transform. I was on this journey. I wanted to transform. I wanted to go somewhere new. I wanted to do something else with my life. And I do, maybe I'm just like over exaggerating. Like, I do think a lot of that came from semen retention. I do think a lot of that came from being in this state of like, let's change. Let's go do new stuff. So if you're feeling like, oh, I've done semen retention for 100 days, I'm still not even close to like changing myself. Okay, like, just keep going. Why do you need to waste it? Do you have to ejaculate? Like, no, you don't have to ejaculate. You have to do the things necessary in order to make yourself healthier, of course. But you have to do that even if you are not doing semen retention. You still have to exercise. You still have to eat well. You still have to make sure that you're cleaning your insides. You have to make sure that you're being healthy at any time. So why wouldn't you have to do that while you're doing semen retention? Guys just don't get this. So they just do semen retention like, oh, I didn't feel any effects, so I'm just going to stop. Semen retention has been around for thousands of years. Semen retention has been around for thousands of years. Do you think suddenly in the last 50 years, they're like, oh, actually, it causes prostate cancer? It's like, bro, cancer only showed up like 50 years ago. Okay? It's the fucking inflammatory diets that they put in. They put so much chemicals in our food. And this is like big pharma and big food basically working together to make you fucking unhealthy, to make you docile, to make you a pathetic piece of shit, to make you feel like you can't or don't deserve anything or can't do anything, you're worthless, that you're useless, that you can't have anything in this world, but you can and you will. But that requires discipline, it requires structure, it requires you stepping into your masculine fucking frame. And if you're not willing to do that, then bro, go away. Like, you don't have to be on this live. If what I'm saying to you triggers you, and what I'm saying is not like making you think like, wait a minute, I need to get my fucking life in order. Wait a minute, I need to change something about myself. This is literally what I do. This is like what I've been doing for the last like 5 years of my life. Like telling guys, just, this is such a hack. This is such a hack, but you have to do it properly. That's what I want to teach in my school channel. In my school channel, I teach everyone how to do semen retention properly. Because I'm not going to preach some like, it's a spiritual awakening. Semen retention is everything. No, it's not, bro. Semen retention is not everything. Semen retention is not some god that you worship. No, it's a fucking method. It's a method to not be a fucking slave of your urges. It's like, semen, like wanting to ejaculate all the time is literally like wanting to doom scroll all the time. If you doom scroll all the time, you're going to shoot your anxiety up because your dopamine is going to go through the roof. And then when you're not getting that dopamine, the real world becomes unbearable. It literally becomes like, oh my God, it's so stressful because you're not getting this like dopamine dose spike every fucking second of being alive. That then when if you have to deal with people, it's like, anxiety, massive anxiety, anxiety. And that's bad. You can't spend time in that. Can you reset and do a series when you start from zero again? Yes, bro. Geldertown, you can literally start doing semen retention at any point. You can start right now. Why don't all of us start doing it right now? I'm already on day 20, but like, why don't you guys all just be like, fuck it, today, let's go. Day one. We're going for day one, baby. And just start. Just start and start changing your life. Every day, just try and do something new. There's a course that I have in the school community. And in this course, I basically say, guys, it's free. The school channel is free. This is what's crazy. Actually, it's fucked up. Like, it shouldn't be free. Because if it's free, but guys, the course is not free, by the way. This 100 days of power is not free. The reason why it's not free is because if it's free, no one's going to fucking do it. No one's going to fucking follow it. And I know this, like, if you're fucking serious, it doesn't matter if you're a fucking student. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking PE teacher. Everyone can afford it. It's $50. Everyone can afford that. Trust me, everyone. If you can't afford that, you don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it, like, that's fine. Do it yourself. But if you want to do it properly, like, go buy it. I put a lot of knowledge in there. And if you want, just go check out the rest of the courses that I have. There's a lot of good shit in there. If you want, also, there's a free library. To join is free. To do these courses, it's not free. But it's only because, guys, I don't want people coming in and just being like, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna like loiter around. No, I want you to fucking do it. And I want you to fucking actually like come in and I want you to actually fucking do it. Because you will actually make a difference in your life. I promise you, like, you will make a massive difference. Like, the things that I'm telling you about right now, it's not out of like question, like, is this gonna happen for you? Like, I know for a freaking fact this is gonna change your freaking life. Okay? I know for a fact it's gonna seriously impact your life in a positive way. So, come join. Come join. You will make a difference, I promise you. But if not, it's fine, guys. You know? I'm trying here to help mankind out. I'm trying to make a difference. A difference. I'm trying to make a difference, and I'm not going to make a difference by being wrong. So I'm not going to be wrong. I know I'm not wrong because I've done semen retention for years. It's amazing. It's such a hack. It's honestly such a hack. For anyone who hasn't tried it, guys, if you really want to get in tune with your like very like strong masculine energy that you have within you, that every guy has, I promise you, like most guys have this, try doing semen retention. Try doing it. I promise you, like, you will see some seriously cool things happen. You're like, guys, I'm gonna log off in like 10 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, ask them now. Ask them right now. Don't be shy. Just ask me anything. Okay, so Gold Eternal, that's a good question. Basically, the first 20 days are gonna be the hardest. They're gonna be like the days where you're just like, oh my God. I call these days, the first 25 days, are called the resistance phase. Let me just type this out real quick. Stage 1. I have all this in the course here. Stage 1 is the resistance phase. So basically here, here are the things that you're probably going to go through when you're doing semen retention. You're going to go through a lot of feelings. You're going to feel like, oh, this is not healthy for me, because you're literally going to have such a strong, powerful urge to want to jizz and come. You're going to have a lot of emotions, and you're going to start justifying, like, why am I even doing this? This is stupid. You're going to have frustrations because you're going to be like, I'm so horny. You're going to have a pretty high aggressive energy because you don't really know how to direct it in the first few days. You need to do calming practices like meditation and counter horny tactics, which basically, like, you need to learn how to like calm yourself down when you're getting too stressed. You need to learn how to like chill your body out anytime you're like have all that energy built up. And then after the 25th day, it does get a lot easier. You feel all this like built up energy, it like settles into this like very calm, chilled energy. Yeah, I would say like after the first 25 days, that is where you feel the most like it's just automatic. Like it gets much easier. So yeah, try it. First 25 days. How to deal with the aggression and the frustration against other people. It usually lasts a long time, even with working out. Look, bro, that has nothing to do with semen retention. That has everything to do with you yourself as a person. Like you can't ask yourself, like, why is it when I have all this energy, do I find people more annoying, stressful, I'm more aggressive? It's like, no, these are things that semen retention is showing you, like, this is how you are. This is the state of you. So you have to deal with and process those feelings yourself. You have to ask yourself, why is everyone pissing me off so much? Maybe they're not respecting my boundaries. Maybe I haven't set boundaries with them. And maybe I don't know how to communicate those boundaries in a way that will make them not overstep them. Some people have that, but some people just don't. They lack the communication skills. They lack the, what's the word? Articulate, like sorry, what's the word? I had this. Damn, what was it? Let's say the literature, the vocal literature, in order to establish boundaries with people. And sometimes we don't really know how to talk about these things. So then we just end up getting frustrated. But it's usually because of lack of communication. We don't know how to communicate these things to other people. And so just learn how to communicate these things. And then a lot of the time, like, maybe these people that are pissing you off and in your way and this, they'll just slowly back off and be like, okay, like, that's his boundary. Like, we're going to respect it. But if they keep stepping on it, even though you've said it, then you have to start questioning, like, do these people love me or care about me or respect me? Because they're stepping all over my boundaries, and I've made it very clear to them that I don't want anyone stepping over my boundaries. So this is something that you have to also look at yourself, and you have to also answer it like, what is making me like this? It's not the semen retention. The semen retention is just showing you these things. Why are we like this? I have the same thing. I'm saying this, like, people piss me the fuck off too. But I stopped saying, like, yeah, everyone else has the problem. It's not me who has the problem. I just set the boundary, or I just remove myself from that person's sort of, area. But I'm just like, look, I don't want no trouble because I'm just setting a boundary and that's it. And like, yes, people piss me off, but it's not like I hate you sort of thing. It's just like, cool, I'm not going to turn this into a big deal. It's just like, I don't want to see people. That's it. But these are issues that I have myself. It has nothing to do with semen retention. I'm 50 days in and the strongest feelings are real, but what's the best way to prevent edging? And would that prevent edging and reset the process? Edus, bro, you're gonna get horny if you live the same lifestyle you have. Guys, from what I was just saying to you guys, you have to really learn how to change your lifestyle. Like, semen retention is not just about holding your semen in. It's also about taking massive action. For anyone who doesn't know what massive action is, taking massive action. Taking massive action basically means that you go inwardly and you look at how you are as a human being, the state that you're in, the environment that you're in, the people that you have around you, and you reset it. You do something about it. If you don't like it, do something about it. If you're constantly around alcoholics and you want to start running for a marathon, yeah, maybe you got to change your environment. If you're tired of the same small little village that you've been living in your whole life and you think, oh, this is what my life is destined for, it fucking is not. Get up and go traveling. If you don't have money to book flight, go walk. Get a rucksack, go walk. Figure out a way, hitchhike. Go on an adventure, but change yourself in the process. Don't just sit around. Actually, the reason why semen retention doesn't work for so many guys is because they have boring fucking lives. They have fucking boring lives. Their lives just suck. Their lives are so lame. They don't know how to socialize. They're chubby and overweight. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to communicate. They're unhealthy. They have pimples on their faces. They have they don't shave. They smell bad. And then it's like, why don't you go on a journey to change yourself? Why don't you go on a journey to make a difference in your life? But guys are so not willing they are just so fast to choose the path of least resistance. Choose the path of the most resistance. And I promise you, like, you will make a big change in your life. Maybe you'll become happier. Maybe you'll start firing off new neurons in your brain that is gonna make you believe that something better is possible for you. But if you don't, guys, then this is the process. The process is change. The process is do something new. The process is go and live a new life. Make something new for build something new for yourself. That's what we're here to do. And anyone who's listening, like, really listen, remember what I just said. Change your life. Get the fuck out of your comfort zone. Stop being in your fucking comfort zone. Okay? Stop being in your comfort zone. Do something with your life. And like, that's not here to be condescending to you guys. I mean that, like, the reason why I'm doing these things, the reason why I have this school community is because I genuinely want to help. Like, I genuinely want to make a difference from my own experience and from my own coaching experience. I genuinely feel like I can help. And I know what I'm saying. It's like, you can choose to ignore it, or you can choose to come back to it in your own time, but it's going to make a difference, and I know that. And I was 45 days in and relapsed due to stress. Wishi. Look, Wishi, when you relapse, look, like, don't demonize relapsing. Just understand why you got stressed and understand how you can avoid that stress in the future. That's it. We're just here to study ourselves. We're just studying and studying and studying why we get stressed. What are the cues that lead us to make us want to relapse? Cues that make us want to watch porn. Cues that make us want to distract ourselves from taking on things in our lives that would actually make a difference. You know, these are things that you have to reflect on and look at yourself and think, okay, how am I going to change this? How am I going to change my behaviors? I'm going to change my lifestyle. Okay, so don't worry about relapsing. It's fine, bro. Just next time, understand your stress and just hold on. Because actually, sometimes when you're stressed, all you need to do is just do a 15-minute meditation or 5-minute meditation, and you don't need to relapse. Or just take a cold shower, and you don't need to relapse. I promise you. Like, you're just one state away, like state of being away from just not feeling like you need to relapse. If you're stressed like at 6:05, by 6:10 you can be in a completely different state. That totally depends on you, though. Majid Mohi, can we smoke weed while retaining? I would really not recommend smoking weed at all. That's not coming from someone who's never smoked weed before. I've smoked weed many, many times in my life. I've never been a chronic weed smoker. I do not recommend it. I like to smoke like 2 or 3 puffs of a joint before, like, and then just like lying in bed and just thinking about cool shit and then falling asleep sometimes. But I'm not someone who's like, I wouldn't smoke a joint regularly. I mean, look, you can do it. It's not like the worst thing. Out of all the drugs, it's like not even, it's a plant. Like, it's fine. It's just don't overuse it. Like, if you're someone who is smoking weed every single day, stop. Like, do a weed retention right now, like for at least 30 days, because it's not doing anything for you, I promise you. Like weed just makes you overthink and overthink, and overthinking causes paralysis in our lives. The reason why there's so many things that you want to do in your life and you haven't actually done them is not because you're incapable, it's because you've overthought it. Plain and simple. The reason why you haven't gone traveling, the reason why you haven't asked the girl of your dreams out is because you are literally overthinking. You are afraid of what it's going to make you look like. You're afraid of what it's going to make you feel like. And so what do? You avoid it. But the problem is guys, if we become avoiders in our lives, then we're never actually going to get to the real things in our lives that we need to do. So just remember that, like, we're not avoiders here. We're guys who actually take action. So take fucking action. When I talk to women and I'm not on a long streak, I doubt myself because I'm almost hyper aware. Any advice? Have you guys ever heard of that term, which is like retard maxing? Retard maxing. I mean, I don't want to be offensive here to anyone. Retard maxing. Basically, it's like the concept is like you basically have to be more retarded. Basically, you just have to be like more silly, more whimsical, more fun, more like without thinking so much about it. Don't think so much about who am I trying to impress? Who am I trying to make someone like me? Who am I? Just be yourself, be fun and friendly. And like, if you speak to a girl, you don't need to have sex with her. You don't need to do anything for her. You don't need to, you literally just be like, hey, you look great. Like, that's a really nice outfit. I just wanted to leave you with that. Have a good night. Like, it's like you don't need anything from them. You don't need to make them be like, I need to make her like me. I'm going to go neg her. I'm going to go make her feel like shit so that she likes me. It's like, we don't need to do that. Don't worry about it. Uishi, just don't think about it so much. Don't think about talking to women. Just, if you're going to talk to women, just, the reason why you're probably not doing super well with women is because you're probably placing too much of a thought of like, oh my God, I need to succeed with this woman. Guys, I just told you, success with people is when you are able to settle their nervous systems. That is it. You want true success? Learn how to settle people's nervous systems. If the way you settle a woman's nervous system is by paying for dinner, okay, and that's the only way you can think of settling her nervous system, then you have to rethink the kind of woman that you're actually looking for. Yeah, she could be hot, she could be have nice fake breasts, but at the end of the day, is that the kind of woman that you want? Is that the kind of woman that you really want in your life? Is that the kind of woman that you're looking for? And then you have to ask yourself, why am I looking for a woman like that? What's up? Victor Lean. Greetings from Malaysia. That's why I used to live there, bro. Malaysia, great place to live. Great, great place. Kuala Lumpur, baby, represent. But yeah, guys, that's why we're here. Guys, if you want to learn more about this, come and join the school channel. It's free. And come take the courses. They're not free because then you won't do them. I want you guys to benefit from them. I want you guys to learn from them. I know what I'm talking about because I've had 12 years of experience as a coach. Everything that I've learned, I've synthesized from the books that I've read, okay, into these courses. Come join. You'll enjoy it, okay? And then keep improving. Stay strong. Guys, if you have any more questions, I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Okay? Bop, boop, beep, bop. Wishi, I'm honestly trying to go live as often as possible. So if there are people on this, just like and subscribe, and then you'll get notified next time I come on live. Okay? If you want to reach out to me more, if you guys want to chat with me, go to school and then just chat with me there. Guys, if you want, also book a call with me on Calendly. It's in the link in my bio. It's free, but if you guys book it and then you flake, I'm going to be really pissed off because a few guys have done that, and they're like, oh, I just can't make it right now because I have to take my parents out to dinner. It's like, fuck you, bro. I saved my time for this shit. How did semen retention come to your path, bro? Honestly, I have no idea. My business partner, my ex-business partner, he's a Buddhist. He was a Buddhist, and he just said to me one day, he was like, bro, you should try doing it, because apparently in Buddhism, it takes 100 days for a man to fully charge his chi up, according to him. And I was like, oh, and he had done it. So he was like, yeah, like when you do it, like women are going to look at you differently. You're going to have more energy than you've ever had. Just try it. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll try it. And I did it. And I was like, oh shit, that is pretty sick. Like, and then I just did it. And this was in like 2021, just during COVID. It was like me and him, we were just chilling because we were running a business together selling kombucha. So we were just sitting in the brewery all day, just like talking about shit. And we were just like, and then he just told me about this thing, and I was like, okay, fuck, let me try it out. And what a journey it's been. Do you have any friends or people you talk to about your personal life? Yeah, bro. I mean, not really. Like, I don't really talk to people about it. I just do it because a lot of people around me, like my brothers, don't really get it. My friends don't really get it. But it's fine because I'm more healthy than any of them, and I live a very unique lifestyle where like I'm a coach. I have a very fulfilling life. Like I have a great social life. I'm very healthy. I know what health is. I know how to hydrate. I know how to like keep my mental state very clean and clear. I don't need people. I don't need external validation to tell me like what is right for me. Like I make a decision on what I feel like is right for me, and people close to me can have their opinions, but at the end of the day, I make the decisions, and I choose what I do with my life. So that's really the point of what I'm trying to share with you guys, is like you actually have the power to do all these things yourself, take advantage of it, make the most of it, and also make sure that you guys feel like you can step into your masculine frame, not just when you're doing semen retention, but at all times in your life, because you are more valuable than your economic output. Make sure you know that. So stay strong, guys. I'm going to see you guys again at some point. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I might go live tomorrow as well. Maybe we change the subject. We talk a bit more about masculine energy and some of the books. Maybe I'm going to share one of the books. Stay tuned, guys, for tomorrow, because we might come on around the same time. All right? Peace, love, guys. Take care. I'll see you guys again soon. See you guys soon. Peace.